2003 was the year of the Matrix. We had two sequels, Reloaded and Revolutions. We also had a video game, Enter the Matrix, which tied right into Reloaded, and we had the Animatrix, 9 short films from various teams inside the universe of the Matrix, and it really expanded that Matrix universe. And if you stuck around to the end of Revolutions, you saw a trailer for the Matrix Online, a massively multiplayer online role-playing game that invited fans to influence the storyline of the Matrix moving forward. The game launched in spring 2005 and closed in summer 2009. And during that time, hundreds of Matrix fans acted out adventures, solved puzzles, participated in live events, wrote their own stories, and even created movies. And at the end of this video, I'll tell you where you can watch the very best of those videos. I am Vesuvius, and here are 11 of my favorite fan-made Matrix Online movies that I call the Animatrix Online. So I haven't ranked these videos, but I am going to save the best for last. I'm going to present them in an order that I think is best to view them in. So number 11, Angels of Vengeance by the Furious Angels. It's 7 minutes long and currently has 44,000 views on YouTube. Angels of Vengeance is a simple narrative. Cypherite spies are wreaking havoc on the Furious Angels operatives, so they spring into action. It's a pretty simple format. The good guys are in white, the bad guys are in black. The camera work is great, and the combat is filmed at different angles for each move. It's all edited together very well. There are some stylized scenes in black and white visual effects. Now, I get the feeling that this was just practice for the Furious Angels, because later on in the Matrix Online, they really strike gold in making short films. One of the things I absolutely love is the hyper jumping, and here it's done to perfection, and it all comes to head with a huge battle at the end. Overall, a really enjoyable, fun short film. Number 10, Intercept by Fallen Horizon. It comes in 3 parts for 16 minutes and has 11,000 views on YouTube. Intercept opens up with a beautiful bird's eye view of Chinatown, then right into hyper jumping. It's got some cool locations like the Zion Hideout and some fight clubs. The audio isn't great throughout, but it has several voices from lots of players from within the faction, so you know that can be difficult logistically, especially for the time that this was filmed. It's got lots of team hyper jumping, which just warms my heart to see, and nobody filmed team hyper jumping like Fallen Horizon. There's also some cool Easter eggs like some special game items, and it uses some cool graphic effects. The plot centers around a device that has to be protected from 2 splinter organizations looking to steal it. And of course, an epic battle ensues with lots of kung fu. Number 9, The Fragile by 655321 and the Shadows of the Infinite. This music video is 7 minutes long. I believe the original version features a couple of 9 Inch Nails songs, but I'm referring to the version featuring My Immortal by Evanescence, and has over 5,500 views on YouTube. Now, it helps that I really like that song. Though there's no dialogue in this short film, it certainly tells a story. Now, where the video lacks is that when the song ends, the video proceeds with no sound, although that actually adds tension to the situation. And it actually says it's to be continued. However, I've never been able to find a part 2. The story does unfold through the actions of the characters, and it's about love and loss. Although I'm yet to have closure, I do really enjoy this video. Number 8, Code Fury by the Furious Angels. It's 4 minutes long and has 700 views, with the music video counterpart having over 9,000 views. Now, this highlight video is set to some cool music, and it's got lots of kung fu, martial arts, slow motion attacks, and Matrix Online goodness. There's no dialogue, but it's very easy to follow the plot. The pace of the video and the action just never gets old. Number 7, the Wens Series by Aranos and the French Connection. This story has 3 chapters totaling 17 minutes and has just under 3,500 views on YouTube. Chapter 1, The Vertical End, Chapter 2, Hunted, and Chapter 3, Jack Out. This short film has very little spoken dialogue, but it does have subtitles. It kind of mirrors the first Matrix movie, where it has lots of chase scenes, gunfights, interrogation, and of course resolution. In some spots, the Matrix Online sounds are even overtaken by the soundtrack. However, the chase scenes are intricate. They cover a lot of ground in the city with multiple settings like subways, office buildings, and even the government building for the climax. It's got some humor and uses some really cool special effects in the third chapter. Overall, a very well done and fun story for the Matrix Online. Number 6, Viral Vendetta by Trucidos and Visidos. It's 3 minutes and 21 seconds and has just under 2,000 views. This short film has minimal dialogue in the form of communicable text between the characters. The story unfolds through the actions of the characters and the measures they must be taken in order to operate inside the Matrix. There are some cool visual effects that are not in-game function but rather produced into the short film, like damage, explosions, blood, and sniper targeting. Now this one's a little bit shorter, but it's action-packed and a whole lot of fun. And you do see Trucidos pop up later on in the Animatrix Online. Number 5, Order, a biographical look at Operative Beachhead by Beachhead and the Tetragrammaton. It's 5 minutes and 15 seconds long and has nearly 1,000 views. So this one's a little bit different. It's a narrative with a highlight backdrop describing the purpose of humans working for the machines in a post-revolutions Matrix. There's excellent voice acting by Beachhead as he tells his philosophy of the Matrix and its functionality and why he serves to protect it. Number 4, Do or Die by Crazy Headbanger and the Chambers of Shaolin. 5 minutes and 19,000 views. It's got a musical backdrop and subtitles replace spoken dialogue. It centers around a hitman that's given an ultimatum, and in the nature of the Matrix, the problem is choice. Number 3, Countdown by the Tetragrammaton. 20 minutes long, 15,000 views. The Tetragrammaton pursue a terrorist who is sabotaging hardlines. The video features great locations, excellent voice acting, good music, visual effects, different camera work for different scenes, namely the club scene. It's got a detective noir tone to it. Also, fun chase scenes that are substantial, but it avoids a run-on. It's also got an interrogation montage like from the old buddy cop movies. The combat is excellent. There's a massive rumble for the finale that's reminiscent of the big PvP sessions from back when the game was live, but the sound alone will take you back. Although it's not rich in dialogue, the action moves the story forward. Number 2, Anamnesis by Anamnesis. This is a 4-part series for 23 minutes and currently has 48,000 views on YouTube. Now, this series is absolutely wonderful. In addition to the 4-part story, there's a couple of trailers, some teasers, an alternate ending, and 6 story-building teasers in the form of intercepted transmissions. So this was a story that was built up before it was released. Narration opens up the film. There's some added visual effects and top-notch voice acting. Now, there's some humor in the dialogue as well. The story has a thick plot dealing with lost memories and the struggle to recover them. The implication of the story reaches far beyond the fan film and challenges the official story in potential and implications. It also wraps the story up with a plausible resolution. Number 1, All Good Things Director's Cut by The Furious Angels. 20 minutes, 1.3 thousand views. The film opens with a tense action scene with definitive deaths of red pills. Narration is then woven through a sequence of both Agent Grey and our heroes, the Furious Angels, briefing their counterparts and the audience on the situation. Humans are no longer necessary to power the machines. The plot of the film is solid, with some wild cards thrown in, such as no emergency jackout procedure and an agent kill code. It's set in the background of the announcement of the game shutdown and acts as a plausible story explanation of the end of the world, something the official game development was not able to provide. Opposed to video game mechanics, death to our characters is permanent in this story. The pace of the short film is on par with the theatrical trilogy. The voiceovers, the camera work, and the action scenes are all top-notch. It really does not get any better than this movie. The closing scene is a sweet tribute to the game, the players of Vector, the angels, and the movie characters that appeared in the game. Featured are many landmark locations like the Metacortex building, the various monuments around the city, Club Succubus and Club Hell. Set to Israel Kamakaviva Oles, Over the Rainbow, What a Wonderful World, it invokes deep emotion for lovers of the game, and it has an appropriate ending, being sent off by T-Bone and fading to white. To watch this collection of short films, subscribe to my channel and click on the playlist tab. So which fan film is your favorite? Let me know in the comments section below, or link a video that you think should have made the cut. Big thanks to our creators of these videos that were made over a decade ago, and we can still enjoy them to this day. Also, huge thanks to Skyjackal, who hosts many of these videos on his YouTube channel. I'll have a link in the description. Want more? I'll have a link to my massive MXO playlist that I'm still adding to all the time. Currently, I have 475 MXO videos all on one playlist. Also, subscribe to my channel that I call The Matrix Online Revisited. I hope you enjoyed watching. I am Vesuvius, shutting down.